Good morning, everybody.
From Istanbul.
So it's been several days since we posted a video.
Yeah.
For the last few days, we just kind of have been hanging out and getting to know our neighborhood and stuff and just taking it easy. Also, we did end up having to move out of that Airbnb that you saw in the last video.
Yeah, the electrical shock in the shower mixed with like a little bit of a sewage smell. We just had to move neighborhoods. Now we're in the old city where all the mosques are, and it's beautiful over here.
Yeah, so what are we doing today?
Today we are going to hopefully get to the Hagia Sophia early, as soon as they open at 9, because the lines for this place get probably one of the longest queue lines I've ever seen.
Insane. So hopefully we can get there early enough. They're supposed to open in a few minutes.
Everyone else had the same idea we did.
Thank God.
That was running?
Pardon?
That was running?
She was running. You didn't say
So it opened 15 minutes ago and the line has not moved at all.
I think this is the longest line I've ever have stood in. It goes like, what, you think like half a mile long?
Tia does not like lines at all.
I just get bored.
We're moving. So it's totally free to get into because all mosques in Istanbul are free,
Yes, so
which is super cool.
it's a little bit of the Hagia Sophia. It's 1,500 years old. It was a church, then it was a mosque, and then it was a museum, and now it's a mosque again.
Yep, it's originally Greek and it means great wisdom. Hagia Sophia, that's what that means. Also, Tia's got to wear one of these.
I studied the Hagia Sophia a lot in college, and one of the cool things is that the dome at the time was so big and so heavy that when they did it, it was like an insane architectural feat. Also, what's really neat is that some of these pillars that are around here came all the way from Ephesus, where we were last time, and were taken from the Temple of Artemis, which is one of the world wonders, and were taken here to help support the building. That's really cool.
So they think this place was most likely ordered to be built by Emperor Constantine
1,500 years ago.
back when this place was called Constantinople. And then it was a church for 1,000 years, and then it turned into a mosque when the Ottomans took over. And then about 100 years ago, almost, they turned it into a museum, and then 2 years ago they turned it back into a mosque. So it's got quite an eventful history.
Yeah, but it's just amazing that it's just been such a huge focal point to so many different people. That it's just amazing that we could be here to see it.
Yeah, it's so beautiful, and to think that they built this thing 1,500 years ago. That's just, I don't know how people did it back then. And also, the carpet is so nice.
We were just talking like 2 minutes ago how we want this exact carpet in our future house.
I don't even like carpet, but this carpet is so nice. Tia, thoughts on the Hagia Sophia?
I blown away. I mean, that's one of the places I've been looking forward to seeing since I've been studying it for so long, that it was just really cool to actually be there in person.
Yeah. I thought it was really cool. I had never seen, I'm pretty sure they were angels, like all the feathery winged figures. I'd never seen them depicted like that outside of like a book. So I thought that was pretty cool. It seems like when it was a mosque though, they did cover or destroy a lot of the faces. I think there are only a couple things in the entire mosque that have faces on them anymore.
But when it was turned into a museum, they actually were able to chip away some plaster and show what was underneath. And even though it's a mosque now, they're going to keep all the Christian iconography.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But it is way past breakfast, so we're going to get some snacks.
What you get?
I don't know, it kind of looks like a bagel. I don't know what it is though.
Breakfast.
Of champions.
They look like bagels and pretzels in one.
Yeah, it's like covered in sesame seeds, and it's kind of hard. And mine's filled with Nutella, so we obviously know which one of these is better.
I think mine's cream cheese.
Yeah, it's like a really hard bagel.
We have to do a fast breakfast because we're trying to get to the cistern before the line gets out of control.
Istanbul is so busy, but I think we might avoid the line.
No.
Okay, that was a little disappointing.
We're currently in line to get into the cistern of Istanbul. A lot of people have recommended it.
It's supposed to be really cool.
I've never seen anything like this before.
This place is huge.
100,000 square feet.
I can't even like process like how big that is.
And it's completely full of people.
And water.
No,
and
it's cool,
pillars.
yeah. So
Yes.
there's maybe a foot of water, maybe a little bit less, all across the bottom, and we're on like these catwalks. And there's just pillars and pillars and pillars for just as far as you can see.
Yeah, and it's really neat though that they have these lights that will go from a nice warm beige color, and then it will turn like red and green. It kind of gets like a little eerie. But yeah,
It's so unique. I
Sometimes the
can't
light
compare it to anything. It's really cool.
And it's as old as the Hagia Sophia, so 1,500 years old.
Apparently, Medusa lived here. I didn't know that. I wonder at what point in the cistern's history she was down here. Tia,
Yes,
thoughts on the cistern?
it was neat, very cool. It was actually a weird thing, but it was actually really hot in there and humid.
It was very like,
Muggy.
yeah, very muggy.
I thought it'd be kind of cold because it was like underground, but it was, yeah.
Okay, I think that we are pretty much done waiting in line for things today.
Yeah.
And the crowds are just getting crazier and crazier every second. But we've been in Istanbul for several days now, and we still have not seen really the water too much. So we're gonna go to the waterfront.
And some coffee. We need coffee.
The Bosphorus Strait. So that's the strait that separates Asia and Europe. That is pretty cool. It is so busy down here also. There's a ton of people fishing, just hanging out. I'm digging it.
If we're squinting a lot, it's because I forgot our sunglasses. Very bright. Can we get some coffee now?
Yes.
coffee?
What did you get?
A latte. It was like $1. This little cup. It's cute.
Things are a little bit pricier around here. I'm gonna go try and find food. It's a little later in the afternoon than I'd care to admit. We still have not eaten. We saw this place on our way here though. Looks like a narrow alleyway with like actually affordable restaurants.
Yeah.
And there's not guys on the outside in white shirts telling you they have the best food in town.
No, it seems like in the old city you definitely have to work a lot harder to find more affordable food.
Yeah, the last few days we were staying over in the Taksim area, and there's a lot of like affordable restaurants and stuff, but the restaurants on this side, in this Sultanahmet, the restaurants on this side are like easily 3 times as more on average.
Yeah.
So, if you come to Turkey. Okay, never mind. That street was definitely full of guys trying to beckon us into their overpriced restaurant.
Yeah, so we got out of there real quick. We finally found a restaurant. It's about a mile away from the water, so that's how far we had to walk to get more affordable prices, which is fine because it's right next to our hotel. I got something I haven't ordered before. It looks like a really wet scrambled egg, like veggies and eggs and tomatoes. There might be cheese. Oh, it's nice and steamy. It's like definitely fall here. I guess it's fall everywhere, huh? Wait. In the northern hemisphere. Yeah. It's fall, so this is nice. Ooh. So it's exactly what you think a tomato saucy scrambled eggs with cheese would taste like. And I ordered it with rice. I want some carbs because I'm cold. And that is like the perfect combination.
There's never not traffic on every single street that I've seen in Istanbul so far. There's just always traffic on every street, and it always goes both ways, even though most of the streets are wide enough for traffic going one way. Okay, I got something called ayran. It's a yogurt drink. The pictures I've seen look a lot different. I think they just got the grocery store version. I'm gonna try it. It's very salty milk.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, that's what it is. Probably not my favorite. But I also got chicken shish kebab for like the 50th time since we've been here. Can't go wrong with it. Love it. So what do you think of Istanbul so far?
I think it's a lot different than what I expected. It's like a lot more cramped, I guess, or condensed.
It's a very crowded city.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much like life and like there's like a buzz to it though, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I really enjoy that part. And the food's really good.
The food's good. As you guys know, we've been late posting these vlogs. So I think by the time this gets up, it'll be 4 days since the last one. So we're going to take the rest of the afternoon to go edit, but thanks for coming with us on this one, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Subscribe. Architectural, but also it's like, I mean, it's almost how, no, never mind. But yeah.
The Bosphorus Strait. This is the river, well, it's not a river, it's this, restart.
Okay.
Do you want to say anything? It was definitely full of guys trying to back us in.
Are you ready?